back here with part 2 of the two-part series of the Anatomy of Team Deathmatch. In the first part of this little mini-series, I went into how to run the map, how to learn new maps and what to look for in Battlefield 4 Team Deathmatch. And in this part, we're actually going to put it into practice. I'll show you how to take cover, how to effectively eliminate enemies, and how to move in-game. Again, we are playing on the Parcel Storm Team Deathmatch map. This has already become one of the most popular maps in the Battlefield 4 game, and for a good reason. It is a great map. It has all kinds of different terrain. It has buildings which are destructible. All the buildings do fall down as long as they're hit with explosives enough times. And there's just a lot of little spaces where you can move and flank around your enemies. I think DICE really went above and beyond in making flanking routes in Battlefield 4, and not only the Conquest maps, but in the Team Deathmatch maps. Parcel Storm, for example, has a underground, basically kind of a submerged little runway you could run around the one side of the map, and you can go all the way around and flank behind your enemy. Although it does take quite a bit of skill to flank behind your enemy, if you can do it, you can really rack up the kills that way and maybe put your team back on the map if you're really down in the score. Now what you can see me doing here in these buildings is just kind of pillaring back and forth, going up into the buildings, heading down the stairs, throwing a med pack down if I get hit, and just really going back and forth, constantly moving, just to try to eliminate the random sniper fire and just the random machine gun fire from players that are on the other side of the map. This is the key to Team Deathmatch. You must move. Fire, move. Fire, assume that somebody has spotted you, and move. Because, as the general rule of life states, a person that is in motion stays in motion. And that is true in Battlefield as well. See a lot of these camper snipers, they're just kind of sitting around one spot, way too exposed. You know, they might get a kill, they might take a couple shots, but more than likely they're just going to get picked off. That's why you take little corners like this, you slow peek them. You don't come around quickly, you slowly come around them, you spot an enemy, you fire at them, you go for the reload, and you get behind cover. That is one of the most important things about all of gaming in Battlefield. Cover your reloads. When you're reloading, don't stay in the same spot. Go behind cover. You should be behind cover anyways. And another important thing is never reload around corners. I mean, these are just basic things, but they're something you have to drill into yourself and think about while you're playing. As a tip of advice for new gamers, I would say pick a map. Say if you really like the Parcel Storm map, pick Parcel Storm and start playing it. Just play it a lot. I would start playing it on 32-man servers. But if you really like the 64-man servers, you can play those. I mean, if you can handle that, you can handle that. But honestly, if you play on less servers with less players, you're going to be able to die less because you have to cover less angles because there's less people looking at you. But also, you'll be able to work with your teammates better that way. As you can see, my one squad mate here sitting there prone, not giving me ammo. And that's a squad mate I definitely won't help. Always help your teammates. That is one thing new players should learn. This is a team-based game. This is Team Deathmatch. You know, in a lot of games like Call of Duty games, they really aren't team-based games because there's no need for other teammates other than to rack up kills. But in this game, you need ammo because you don't have a lot of ammo in Battlefield 4. You need revives, you need med packs. As you can see me steal my squad mate's kit there and not give him the revive because he didn't help me and I needed some bullets. But this is a team-based event. You are relying on your teammates as well as yourself to win every round. And when it comes to gun selection, when you're a new player or even just a good player that had previously played Battlefield 3, pick a good gun. I mean, there's no reason not to use the best guns. In Battlefield 3, everyone used to complain about people using the M16 all the time. You know, that wasn't personally my favorite gun. It wasn't my top kill gun. I didn't use it that much. But if you want to use the M16 equivalent of Battlefield 4 all the time, do it. Who cares what other players say? The only reason they're saying it is because you are destroying them with your M16 or whatever the equivalent of the M16 is in this game. Pick a good gun, get used to it, especially if you're a new player. If you're a new player, don't start off with some hard-to-use bolt-action sniper rifle, because you're just going to get killed a lot, and you're not going to really learn a whole lot. Level up, get something like the M416, or get an equivalent assault rifle, and just get used to it. Play with the good stuff to learn the game. And then you can start branching out into using like the designated marksman rifles, or using the PDWs, and using other things like that when you're already established as a good player and you have the fundamentals down. Because without the fundamentals in Battlefield, you're not going to go very far. Because this is a very complex game. It's a hard game to play. There's a lot to know. There's a lot of little tricks. There's a lot of intricacies that you need to know to be an effective player. And if you're out there already shorting yourself by being a brand new player and thinking you're going to be the super sniper, you're probably fooling yourself a little. Pick a good gun and get to know how to use it. And the last thing I want to talk about is probably the most important thing, because this isn't real life, guys, is just relax. You know, have fun. I see too many players in this game that get mad when they get killed. Somebody knifes them, they get mad. You know, just relax. Even if you are a good player from Battlefield 3 and you're coming in, you're struggling, it's alright. My KDR is down a little too. I mean, it happens. In Battlefield 4, in Battlefield 3, I could easily play at 4, 5, 6 to 1 in pretty much any TDM map. In this game, you know, it's hard. I'm playing at 2.5, 3 to 1. It's just you have to learn the game. It's a brand new game. The mechanics are a lot different. Actually, a lot more different than I expected them to be. And it's hard to learn. Just have fun. Like I said, too many players get mad at video games. It's not right. You're supposed to be having fun in this game. It's supposed to be a good time. Just go out there, go slow on the maps, learn how to play. And don't do what that player just did there. Don't run into random rooms, firing, then run to the edges and just get your head blown off. Just slow down, learn the maps, because once you learn the maps, you learn the fundamentals, the scores will come. Also, another thing is, a lot of players worry a little too much about their stats. That's just something that you need to not worry about in the beginning of a new release like this. Your stats will come when you learn how to play the game. But I'd like to thank you all for watching this 2-part series that I've made. If you didn't see the first part, I will link the first part at the end of this video. I'd like to thank you all for watching the rest of my videos. My channel's been going for about a week now, and I almost have 1,000 views on my videos. I just can't thank you all enough for the support, for all the comments, for all the encouragement. And if any of you have any questions about anything in the game, just let me know. I'm a small channel. I have no problem answering every comment that I get. Unlike some YouTubers, I don't have 100,000 subscribers, so send me some comments if you have questions and I will answer them. And until next time, guys, this is Noodle, signing off. And remember, use your noodle.